Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got some 1992 racing. We're down to 5 races including this. This is the um, Tyson's Holly Farms 400 from North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. And if anybody's ever watched my channel and watched my previous seasons, once we get to the last 5 races of the season, whoever is still mathematically eligible to win the championship has a chance at winning the championship. I make them the TV drivers. Once they are eliminated and mathematically can't win, then they're no longer TV drivers. So with that being said, we got 16 drivers still able to win this championship with 5 races to go. And we'll go through them here and let you know where they sit. In 16th place is the King, Richard Petty. Dale Earnhardt is 15th. Jeff Bodine is 14th. Ricky Rudd is 13th. Musgrave is 12th. Kyle Petty is 11th. Dale DW is 10th. Jarrett is 9th in the points. Mark Martin is 8th in the points. Sterling Marlin is 7th in the points. Rusty Wallace is 6th in the points. Davey Allison is 5th in the points. Bill Elliott is 4th in the points. Harry Gant is 3rd in the points. Terry Labonte is 2nd in the points. And your points leader right now is Alan Kowicki. And with that being said, let's go to the starting grid here for the Holly Farms 400 on the pole. Like I said, the points leader, Alan Kowicki in the 7 car. Outside pole in the deuce. Starting second is Rusty Wallace. Starting third, Jeffrey Bodine in the 15. Starting fourth, Kyle Petty in the 42. Starting fifth in the 5 cars, Ricky Rudd. Starting sixth is Marlin in the 22. Starting seventh is Labonte in the 94. Starting eighth is Irvin in the 4. Starting ninth is Shepard in the 21. Starting 10th is Jared in the 18. Starting 11th is Brett Bodine in the 26th. Starting 12th is Trickle in the 8. Starting 13th is Earnhardt in the 3. Starting 14th is Allison in the 28. Starting 15th is Elliott in the 11. Starting 16th is Martin in the 6th. Starting 17th in the 17 car is DW Darrell Waltrip. Starting 18th in the 25 car is Schrader. Starting 19th is Mast in the 1. Starting 20th is Hensley in the 66. Starting 21st, making his last appearance here at North Wilkesboro. This is his last year of racing, is the King, Richard Petty. Starting 22nd is Bickle in the 45. Starting 23rd is Michael Waltrip in the 30. Starting 24th is Hamilton in the 68. Starting 25th is Musgrave in the 55. Starting 26th is Cope in the 10. Starting 27th is Dollenbach Jr. in the 16. Starting 28th in the 33 is Gant. Starting 29th is Marcus in the 71. Starting 30th is Strickland in the 12. Starting 31st is Purvis, and shotgun in last. And the 89 is Jim Sauter. Alrighty, folks. Let's get down here to the racing. Green flag is going to drop, and Alan Kowicki is going to lead us to the green. This is a 25-turn race. Here's turn number 1. We got a middle group of Smart in the middle group. Who's Smart back here? First driver Smart is Rick Mass. And we got a 3-1-4. And he's going to get Rusty. He's going to go from 19th up to 2nd. How about that? Next Smart driver is Mark Martin. And that 6 car and he's not going nowhere with the 6. Here's Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. He's had troubles the last 2 races, and a 4, 5, 6, and he's going to swap spots with his teammate. No teammate orders here. Bill goes from 15th up to 6th. Here's Earnhardt Smart with a chip. And that's a 2, 4, 3. And Ricky Rudd has a chip, holds him off. Let's see if they burn their chip early here. They don't. Here's Brett Bodine. He's smart with a 4, 6, 1. Ain't going nowhere with that 1. Jared Smart with a 1, 6, 1. Ain't going nowhere. Morgan Shepherd and that Woods Brothers. He's smart. Not going nowhere with a 5. And here's Ernie Urban, double smart. Whoever thought Ernie was double smart? Has a shot at the lead. 6, 1 ain't getting it done. The worst roll you could have. And a 6 ain't getting it done there. We go to turn number 2 here. North Wilkesboro, and we got a bottom group of Star. Who's the Stars back here? First up is Hutch Strickland in that 12 car. Not going nowhere with a 6. Here comes Dave Marcus. And Dave's got a problem with that 6 roll. What kind of problems Dave have? He's been dropping out of these races left and right. He loses an engine, causes the yellow to come out. So that'll win this turn. Dave Marcus blows up here at North Wilkesboro. Caution is out. Caution is out. So everybody will just move up here in the back group as Dave be the first car out of the race. Will finish 32nd. And that'll take us to turn 4. Green flag comes back out. Alan Kulwicki will lead us to the green flag here on turn number 4. And we got another bottom group, this time Reflex in the bottom group. Jimmy Sauter's first up with a 2, 5, 5. And he's going to get Mark Martin, go from 31st to 16th, dropping Mark back to last. Here comes Never Nervous Jeff Purvis. And a 6, and he's going to have a problem. What kind of problems does Jeff have? A 14. He's got a cut tire. He'll drop 1 spot. Hutch Strickland's up now. See if Hut can get out of this bottom group. With a 4 ain't happening. Yeah, it is. A 4, 3, 3. And he gets Mr. Trickle. Goes from 29th up to 12th. Here comes Handsome Harry Gant and that Skull Bandit 33 with a 1, 1, 3. And he gets Morgan Shepherd. Goes from 28th up to 9th. Here's Wally. Not going nowhere with a 5. Derry Cope with a 1, 2, 6. And he gets Mr. Brett Bodine, goes from 26th up to 11th. Bobby Hamilton in that Country Time Lemonade car. Not going nowhere with a 6. Here's Rick Bickle with a 1, 5, 1. And DW barely holds him off. Here comes the King with a 5. Ain't going nowhere with that. And that's it for the bottom group here on turn 4. We go to turn 5. And we drop the dice all over the place. It's way back there. Alrighty, let's re-roll this. Sorry about that, guys. Alrighty. Here we go with turn number 5. Let's give it another shot here. We got a top group of TV in the top group. A lot of TV drivers in the top group. Here's Terry with a chip. Take a 6 to get Allen without using the chip. He'll have to use his chip. Terry gets the lead here on turn number 5. And it'll take a 6 to get Terry. Here's Awesome Bill, a 2-5, can't quite get it done. Ricky Rudd with the chip. And a 3-6, he won't need to use it. Well, Ricky Rudd gets him here on turn 5. The 5 car in 5th spot. 5's all around. 5's all around. Lucky number 5 for Ricky. Again, it'll take a 6 to beat Rudd. And a 6-4, the wrong 6. And last chance, Jeffrey Bodine. And a 5-1. He holds him off. We go to turn number 6. Here at North Wilkesboro. We got another top group. This time we got control and a problem. And it'll take a 6 to get Ricky again. And he's got that chip. First up is Alan Kowicki. A 4-4 ain't happening. Bill's got 2 chances at him here. A 1-3, but he got another shot at him. And a 1-5, can't get her done. Here's Terry Labonte. 5-2, no. Here's Cal Petty. Oh, 666 Cal Petty's got a problem, folks. It's a 62. He's got a clutch problem. It's a +1 and a +1. A +1 for escape and a +1 to repair. So he's a B. So takes a 10 or less for Cal to stay in the race. And he does, but he'll drop back to 31st. And here comes Mr. Jeffrey Bodine in that Bud Moore car with a 1-3 ain't happening. Here comes Rick Mass. And a 2-1 ain't happening. Let's see who moves up here to the top group. Ernie Irvin moves up to the top group. Let's see who moves up to the middle. First one with the shot's Jimmy Hensley. And he moves up. Still everybody but Dave Marcus out of the race. Is the only one car out of the race. We got Ricky Rudd in the lead. Rick Mass second. Jeffrey Bodine third. Labonte fourth. Elliott fifth. Kowicki sixth. Irvin seventh. Gann eighth. Jarrett ninth. And Cope rounding out the top 10. And we go to turn number 6 here. Turn number 7. We got our pit stops. First pit stop of the race is going to be both groups in 5 and 6 switch. So let's grab a bunch of chips here. Going to probably need them. At least the crews hope so. Alrighty, folks. First up is Ricky Rudd with a chance to get 2 chips here. Takes an 8 for Ricky to get a chip. And he gets another chip. Rick Mass needs a 6. He gets a chip. Jeffrey Bodine needs a 7. He gets a chip. Terry Labonte needs an 8. He gets a chip barely. Bill needs a 10. He gets a chip. Ernie needs an 8. He gets a chip. Wiki needs a 10. He doesn't get a chip. Only one up in the top group didn't get a chip is Allen. Now we go to the middle group. Gant needs a 9. He gets a chip. Jarrett needs a 6. He doesn't get a chip. Cope needs a 6. He gets a chip. Strickland needs a 6. He gets a chip. Earnhardt, with a chance to get 2 chips, needs an 8. He gets a chip. Needs some more chips. These crews are doing good. Next up is Allison, needs a 10. And he barely gets it, but they do. That Robert Yates car gets out of the pits in good shape. Sterling needs an 8. He gets her done. Jimmy needs an 8. He doesn't get it, or is that a 6? That's a 4. Sorry. Sauter doesn't get it. Rusty needs an 8. He gets it. Hensley needs a 6. He doesn't get it. And DW needs an 8. He gets it. And last but not least is Kenny Schrader needs a 7. And he gets it. So let's move these guys up. Alrighty, can anybody beat Ricky out of the pits here? Turn number 7. 6-2. Wiki tries to, but Rudd holds him off with burning one of his chips. Here we go to turn number 8. And we got a top group of Star. Who's the stars back here? Uncle Wiki's a star. Again, it'll take a 6 to get Rudd. A 3-3 ain't happening. Ernie Irvin's got 2 chances at him. Here's their first chance. 3-4. He'll burn his chip and make Rudd burn his. That way he's got a better shot here on the second try. And a 3-2 ain't happening. And Bill with a chip and the star quality. And he don't need to use the chip. Bill, oh darn. Bill gets up there without burning the chip. Awesome. Bill gets the lead here on turn 8. Here comes Terry Labonte with the chip and star. Takes a 6 to get Bill. A 5-4. No. Let's see if they burn their chips. No, they don't. Here comes Jeffrey Bodine, the last driver with star and a chip. And a 3-4. Let's see if they burn their chips. And they don't. So we go to turn number 9 with Elliott in the lead. Mass second. Jeffrey Bodine third. Labonte fourth. Rudd fifth. Irvin sixth. Quickie seventh. Gant eighth. Cope ninth. And Hutch Strickland rounding out the top 10. Turn number 9, we got a top group of middle group trouble and a problem. So first we'll do the trouble. Got a lot of chips back here, so we won't be going to the middle group. Let's see how many of these drivers are going to have to burn their chips. Remember, it's +1 to escape. So Gant needs a 10. He needs to burn his chip. Got an 11. Cope needs an 8. And he'll need to burn his chip to avoid wrecking. Strickland needs a 9. He doesn't need to burn his chip. Earnhardt needs an 11. Doesn't need to burn his chip. Davey needs a 8. And doesn't need to burn his chip barely, thanks to the +1. Sterling needs a 9. Doesn't need to burn his chip. Rusty needs an 11. He doesn't need to burn a chip. DW needs a 10. He's fine. How about Schrader? Schrader needs a 6. He'll have to burn his chip. Nobody else back here has chips, so if they fail, they are wrecking. Jarrett needs a 10. He's fine. He escapes. Sauter needs an 11. He's fine. And last but not least, Hensley needs an 11. So everybody avoided the wreck. That's a good thing. And Mr. Purvis has the problem. So there is no yellows. They all avoid wrecking. What kind of problems Jeff Purvis have? He loses control and he'll drop to last place, and that'll move Cal Petty up to 30th. And that's it for turn number 9. Good driving by those guys in the middle group, avoiding that wreck. It was all a little squirrely and beating and banging, but they held on to it. We go to turn 10, 100 miles there in North Wilkesboro, and we'll have a middle group of Reflex. Reflex in the middle group. First up is Jimmy Sauter. And he's not going nowhere with a 6. Here comes Jarrett and that Joe Gibbs Interstate battery car, a 264. And Allen holds him off. Here comes Kenny Schrader. That's Kodiak Bear with a 462. Again, Allen holds him off. Here comes DW with a chip. And a 543. And Kerry holds him off. Will they burn their chips? Yes, they will. Here comes Rusty Wallace with a chip. And that Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac, a 356. And he won't have to burn his chip. He goes from 14th up to 6th, knocking Ernie back to 14th. Davy's got a chip and Reflex. And a 241. He'll have to burn his chip to get to 5th. Knocks Ricky Rudd back to 12th. Earnhardt with 2 chips and Reflex. And 135. He won't need to use any of those chips, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. He goes from 11th up to 4th. He won the last race at Martinsville for his first win of the year. Looks like he's on a roll right now. Here comes Hutch Strickland with a 562. And he'll need to burn his chip to take over 7th, knocking Kowicki back to 10th. Here comes Derek Cope with a 326. And he's going to make Jeffrey Bodine burn his chip to hold on. And last but not least is handsome Harry Ganton at 33 with a 125. And this time, Jeffrey Bodine doesn't have a chip. Harry's going to move up to 3rd in that 33 car. So we go to turn number 11. Only one car out of the race so far at North Wilkesboro. We got a top group of Star. Star in the top group. Takes a 6 to get Bill. Here they come. 4-2 ain't happening. And Allison has got 2 chances. Rusty didn't have the star quality. 4-3, not that time. And a 3-3, no. Earnhardt with 2 chips and a star quality. So a 4-1. He's going to burn a chip, make Bill burn his, and he'll burn his second one to get the lead. Earnhardt up front now. Here on turn number 11. And nobody else has the star quality. We go to turn number 12. And we got a bottom group of heat. Who's bringing the heat? Old Purvis is going to bring some heat with a 242. And he gets Ernie Irvin. Goes from 31st up to 14th. Ernie dropping like a rock. Here comes Cal Petty with heat. He get out of the rear with the gear with a 514. And he gets Cope, goes from 30th up to 9th. These guys are moving in the back now. Getting close to the halfway point here. Next lap will be halfway. And Mark Martin's got double. He could go up to the top group, folks, with a 4-4-2. And he gets Mr. Purvis, goes from 29th up to 14th. And now can he crack up into the top 7? Here comes Martin with a 4-6-3. And he does. Mark Martin goes from 29th up to 7th, folks. That Valvoline Ford of Jack Roush is running today. Here comes Dick Trickle with a 1-5-6. He's going to get Jarrett and go from 28th up to 17th. These cars are motoring back here in the back. Here comes Shepard with a 4-2-3. And Allen's going to hold him off. Here comes Wally. That Keystone Gear car with a 1-3-5. And he's going to make Sterling burn his chip. Here comes Brett Bodine and Quaker State Bernstein Ford. And he's not going nowhere with a 5. Here comes Bobby Hamilton with a 1-6-4. And he's going to get Hensley and go from 23rd up to 19th. And here's Rick Bickle in that Dr. Pepper car. And he's not going nowhere with a 6. And here's the King trying to get out of the bottom group with a 3-5-4. And he's going to go from 20th up to 17th, knocking Dick Trickle back. And that is it, folks, for turn number 12. Cross flags are out. Cross flags are out. We're halfway here at North Wilkesboro. Turn 12. And we got a middle group of star in the middle group. Who's the stars back here? Bobby Hamilton's a star. Not going nowhere with a 6, though. The King's a star. And he's not going nowhere with a 6. How about Kenny Schrader? Is he going anywhere, folks? Not with a 6. Man, that's a lot of 6s in a row. Hut. A 1-2-5. And he's going to get Harry Gant and go from 14th up to 3rd. And that Ray Bestis car. Here comes Sterling Marlin in that Junior Johnson Maxwell House car. A 2-5-6. He's going to make Rusty burn his chip to hold on to that spot. Here comes Ricky Rudd. And he's not going nowhere with a 6. Here comes Terry Labonte with a 5-2-3. He's going to get Hut. He's going to go from 11th up to 3rd. Hut doesn't stay there long. Here's Alan Kowicki with a 1-5-1. He's not going nowhere. How about Cal Petty? Can he get up to his top 3? A 5-6-5. And he gets Mark Martin, goes from 9th up to 7th. And the last one with the star is Jeffrey Bodine. And that Bud Moore Motorcraft Ford. Not going nowhere with a 6. On to turn 14, folks. And we got a duel. That'll be the 5-car Davy going after Terry Labonte. And he gets it done. Puts Terry in a bad spot. Can Terry hold on to that Oldsmobile? Takes an 11 for him not to wreck. And he does wreck. Oh, Terry Labonte is not happy with Rusty Wallace. Yellow flag is out, folks. Yellow flag is out. As Rusty is just wrecked. Texas Terry Labonte. See if they can get that Oldsmobile fixed and put him back in the race here. Everybody moves up since it's a caution. Alrighty. Terry is an A driver. We are in the middle part of the race. So it takes a 10 for Terry to stay in the race. Hi, Mike. How are you? See if Terry can stay in the race here. He does, barely. Gets a 9, but he'll drop back to 31st. And that takes us to turn 16. And you got Dale Earnhardt leading this race. Rick Mass second, Rusty third, Elliott fourth, Allison fifth, Kyle Petty sixth, Jeffrey Bodine seventh, Martin eighth, Kowicki ninth, and rounding out the top 10's Hut Strickland as we come back to green flag racing here at North Wilkesboro on turn number 16. Here comes Earnhardt to take the green flag. And it'll be a middle group of stars in the middle group. First one's Bobby Hamilton with a 5-1-2. And Rick doesn't have to use his chip. He holds him off. Here comes the king, Richard Petty. He's not going nowhere with a 6. Here comes Ken Schrader and a Kodiak Bear with a 1-1-3. And Rick will have to burn his chip to hold him off. Here's Sterling trying to get that Junior Johnson car up front with a 4-3-2. He's going after his own teammate. Bill holds him off. Here comes Ricky Rudd in that 5 Tide machine with a 4-4-5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He picked on the wrong guy because Davies got double star and holds him off with that 5. About the only driver up front that could have done it. Here comes Hut Strickland. Yeah, what I'm doing, Mike, is this is 5 races to go in my season. And if you've watched any of my other seasons, once I get to 5 races, anybody that's still mathematically able to win the championship becomes a TV driver. And then in race number 4, only those that are still eligible will be TV drivers. So we'll start dropping them off. That way it gives you an idea who's got a shot at winning the championship, makes them show up nice, and gives them a slight advantage in the race. Not much, but like I say, that way the people can see who's got a shot at the championship. The way it is now, I'll read them off to you since you just got here. You got Richard Petty's in 16th in the points, Earnhardt's 15th, Bodine is 14th, Rudd is 13th, Musgrave is 12th, Petty is 11th, that's Kyle Petty, DW is 10th, Jared is 9th in points, Martin is 8th, Marlin is 7th, Rusty is 6th, Allison's 5th, Elliott is 4th, Gant is 3rd, Labonte is 2nd in the points, and our points leader is Texas Terry Labonte. Oh, thank you, Mike. I think, like you said, it makes it interesting, gives them a slight advantage, and that way you can see who's in the points. And it helps me out near the end of the year with doing commentating to tell you who's still got a shot at this. Later on, when we get to the last race or so, I can tell you if they don't finish in the top whatever, that they don't got a shot. Here comes old Hut. He's not going nowhere with a 6. And here comes our points leader, Alan Kowicki, trying to get up to the top 3. A 5-4-4. And again, he picking on Davey Allison. He holds him off. Mark Martin doesn't have the smart quality. So we go to our final pit stop of the race. Here's the money stop. See what happens here. And it's going to be TV drivers, and 4 and 3 is going to switch spots. A lot of TV drivers. So there's still a good many chips that could be handed out. And here comes, first one is Earnhardt with a 8 to get a chip. He barely gets it with double 4s. Rick Mass needs a 6. He doesn't get it. Rusty needs an 8 to get a second chip. And he does. Davey needs a 10. Well, Rick Mass shouldn't even got a shot at it. Sorry about that. And Davey gets a chip. Elliott needs a 10. He gets a chip. Kyle Petty needs a 9. He gets a chip. Jeffrey Bodine needs a 7. He doesn't get a chip. Mark Martin needs a 9. He gets a chip. Kowicki needs a 10. He gets a chip. Ricky Rudd needs an 8. He gets a chip. DW needs an 8. He gets a chip. And Sterling Marlin needs an 8. He gets a chip. Handsome Harry needs a 9. He gets a chip. And last but not least, the King needs a 5. And he barely gets it, but good job, the King. So, I think only Jeff Bodine out of the TV drivers was the only TV driver not to get a chip. Sure. Bud Moore and the crew did not do their job. Alrighty, let's see if anybody can beat Earnhardt out of the pits here. Turn 17. That's a 4-5. And Kyle Petty pulls it off, but Earnhardt uses chip to hold him off. We go to turn number 18. See what happens here. We're getting late in the race. We got a middle group of reflex in the middle group and a problem. First, we'll do the reflex. That'll be Dick Trickle up first. And he's not going nowhere with a 6. Bobby Hamilton up now. He's not going nowhere with a 6. Mr. Sauter, can you get up there? With a 1-3-3. And Bill holds him off without using his chip. Here comes Kenny Schrader with a 2-6-5. He gets Rick Mast. It's a Kodiak Bear up in the top 10. Here comes Hut Strickland. And Hut rolls 444s. Hut's got a problem. What kind of problems Hut have? 42. He's got a brake problem. And it's late in the race. He's a D, so he is not going to be able to get that Ray Bestis brakes car back in the race. That's not a good look. So Hut will finish 31st with brake problems in a car sponsored by brakes. Bobby Allison ain't too happy with that. That's for sure. The car owner. And here comes Richard with a chip. He gets a 5-4. He's going after his boy. Will they burn their chips? Yes, they will. But his son holds him off. No fatherly love there. Here comes Handsome Harry Gant with a 3-6-2. And he'll have to burn his chip to get up to 7th, and that knocks Kenny back. He doesn't stay up there long. Back to 13th. Here comes DW with a chip and reflex. And a 5-5-2. And he'll have to use his chip to get Jeffrey Bodine. He goes from 11th up to 6th. Here comes Ricky Rudd in that Tide machine with a 1-6-2. And he'll have to use his chip. And Harry Gant doesn't stay up in 7th long. He drops back to 10th. Ricky's up there now. Here comes Alan Kowicki with 2 chances here and a chip. Could get the lead here from Earnhardt. Oh, and triple twos. The points leader's got a problem. What kind of problems Alan got late in the race here? This ain't good. He's got a tight problem. He's loose. He's all over the track. He's going to drop back here to 30th position. Sure, but at least he's still in the race. Time's running out, though. Sure. Here's Mark Martin with a chip. And 6-4. He's going to need to burn his chip, and Ricky doesn't stay up there long. That 6th spot, nobody wants to stay up there in 7 very long. All righty here. Let's see. We got to move everybody up in this middle group. And see who's going to move up in the bottom group up to the middle group. First up is Bickle. Bickle needs a 2. That's not happening. How about Michael? Is he moving up? No. How about Hensley? No. How about Musgrave? Ted's going to move up. How about Brett Bodine? No. How about Wally? No. How about Shepard? Yes, Shepard's going to move up, go from 26th up to 19th. Everybody else moves up. And we go to turn number 19, folks. And we got a middle group of Heat. Heat in the middle group. First up is Shepard with a 4-4-2. And Kyle holds him off. Here comes Dick Trickle in that Snickers car. He's not going nowhere with a 5. Here's Rick Mass trying to get back up front with a 1-2-2. And Davey holds him off without using his chip. Here comes the King. And a 6-1-5. He's not going to get her done with that 6 Raider with a 4-1-4. And Rusty's going to have to use his chip to hold him off. And here comes Sterling with the chip. And a 3-6-5. He's going to get Mark Martin, and he's not going to have to burn his chip. He goes from 11th up to 7th. Here comes Jeffrey Bodine with a 2-1-6. And Rusty, they're after him. He burns his last chip to hold him off. Here comes Harry Gant with a 4-3-2. And Kyle Petty holds him. No, that's Bill holds him off without burning his chip. And last but not least is Ricky Rudd with a 5-4-6. And he's going to get. No, he's not. He has 4 gas. He's not going to get him. And that is it for turn number 19 on to turn 20. We got a middle group of Reflex in the middle group. Let's see what happens here. First up is Dick Trickle with a 5 not going nowhere. Bobby Hamilton's now up with a 3-1-1. Rusty holds him off. Jimmy Sauter with a 5 not going nowhere. The King, he's had plenty of opportunities, hasn't taken advantage of it, but a 2-2-6, and Davey's going to have to burn his chip to hold the King off. And here comes Kenny Schrader with a 5-5-2, and DW holds him off. Here comes Mark Martin with a 2-5-2, and again DW holds him off. Here's Jeffrey Bodine with 2 chances here. Jeffrey did win this race in real life with a 3-1-6. He's going to get Rusty. Goes from 10th up to 2nd. Now he's going after Earnhardt. It only takes a 4 for Jeffrey to get the lead here. And a 6-1 ain't happening. Here comes Handsome Harry Gant. 6-1 ain't happening. Last but not least is Ricky Rudd. And a 3-4-5. And he's going to get Cal Petty, go from 8th up to 5th. And that's it for turn 21. Earnhardt can lead this this 21st lap. He'll get a chip. He's led since turn 11. Here we go. And we got a bottom group of reflex and a problem. So Earnhardt is going to get a chip. That'll be a second chip, won't it? Yeah, because he got a chip with the pit stop there on turn 17. So here we go. Bottom group of reflex. Alan Kowicki, 2 chances to get out of this bottom group with a 3.55. So he's going to go from 30th up to 17th. And now he's got a shot at the top group here. Not going nowhere with a 6, though. Here comes Texas Terry Labonte. Alrighty, here comes Texas Terry with a 5.13. And Harry holds him off. Here comes Derek Cope with a 2.12. And he's going to get Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty's dropping like a rock. Goes back to 27th. Cope up to 8th. Here comes Purvis with a 2.52. And Hamilton's going to hold him off. Here comes Dale Jarrett. Haven't talked about him much today. Triple ones. Oh my gosh, he's got a problem. It's a 64. He's got an engine problem. He's a B. And we're late in the race. It'll take a 5 for him to stay in the race. And no, Dale Jarrett will be the 3rd car out of the race. Jarrett will finish 30th. Here comes Wally Dallenbach Jr. with a 1.14. And he's going to get Handsome Harry. He's going to go from 24th up to 9th. And the last car in the bottom group with reflex is Rick Bickle. Not going nowhere with a 6. And who else has a problem? So Purvis has a problem again. He's had a lot of problems in this race. As I dropped the dice for the 3rd time. And here we go. What kind of problems he got? A 65. Black smoke from underneath the hood. And that'll end Jeff's day. Purvis will finish 29th. As we go to turn number 21. Earnhardt's leading this race. Jeffrey Bodine 2nd. Allison 3rd. Elliott 4th. Rudd 5th in the 5 car. 6th is Waltrip. 7th is Marlin. 8th is Cope. 9th is Wally Dallenbach Jr. And 10th is Rusty Wallace. So we go to turn number 22, folks. Only 4 turns left. And we got a middle group of Star. Star in the middle group. First up is Morgan Shepherd with a 5.35's not going nowhere. Here comes Ted Musgrave with a 3.1 ain't going nowhere. Alan Kowicki with a 3.65, and Sterling's going to hold him off with this chip. Here comes Bobby Hamilton with a 2.23, and Davey holds him off. And here comes the king. Like I say, the king's had plenty of chances, but has not taken advantage of it. Not going to this time either. Here comes Ken Schrader. Same thing for Kenny. A 2-2-5. And the only driver in the top group that's going to stop you on a 5 with Stars Davey, and he does just that. And that's it for the middle group with Star. Turn 23. And again, we got a middle group, and this time it's Control. I don't know how many times in a row that's the middle group. Here comes Ted Musgrave with a 2-5-2, and DW holds him off. Here's Alan Kowicki with a 2-4-6, and he's going to get Rudd, go from 17th up to 5th. Here comes Mr. Hamilton with a 5. He's not going nowhere. Here comes Mr. Sauter with a 5, not going nowhere. Rick Mast with a 2-3-6. And Bill's going to have to burn his chip to hold off Rick. Here comes Mark Martin with a 2-4-6. Allen doesn't stay up there long. Mark goes from 11th up to 5th. And last car with Control is Derek Cope with a 5-1-1, ain't going nowhere. And 2 laps to go, folks. 2 laps, 2 turns to go. Here we go. And we got a bottom group of Control and a Problem. Control and a Problem, folks. First, we'll do the Control. A 1-4-2. And he's going to get Mr. Sauter, go from 28th up to 15th is Trickle. Here comes Terry Labonte with a 3-5-5. And he's going to get Ricky. Ricky's dropping like a rock. He goes from 27th up to 17th. Next up is Kyle Petty trying to get out of the rear with the gear. Not going nowhere with the 6. How about Handsome Harry Gannett with a 1-2-4. And he's going to get Allen. He's going to go from 24th up to 11th. That's a big change in the points, folks. Here's Brett Bodine with a 4-5-4. And he's going to get Hamilton. Goes from 23rd up to 16th. Here comes Mr. Hensley with a 3-5-2. And Terry's going to hold him off. And we got Michael Waltrip with a 5, not going nowhere. And last with Control is Mr. Bickle with a 3. He's not going nowhere. And now we got a problem in the bottom group. And we're going to have to roll because there is no more triangle drivers. Let's see who has the problem back here. 45 might not be anybody. Nope, there is not 12 cars back here. So the white flag is out, folks. The white flag is out. Will Dale Earnhardt win 2 races in a row here? Let's see. And it's the top group of skill. They'll be coming after him here. First up is Sterling Marlin. And it takes a 4 to beat Earnhardt, but he's got 2 chips. A 4-6, he burns one of them. Here comes DW with 2 chances to get him. 2 chances. A 3-5, he makes him burn that chip. Now DW with another shot. 3-2, no. Here comes Mark Martin with a 2-3. He holds him off. Here comes Awesome Bill And a 4-1 no. Davey Allison, 2 chances at him. This is the last guy that can get him. A 5-1 no, but one more shot. A 2-1, and Earnhardt holds him off. And the checker flag waves, folks. Dale Earnhardt wins 2 races in a row. How about that? Dominated this race, actually. Led from turn 11 to turn 25. Your winner is Earnhardt in the 3 car. Jeffrey Bodine, who actually won this race in real life, finishes second. Davey Allison, that Robert Yates, 28, had a shot at the lead there and couldn't get her done, finishes third. Same with Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. He finishes 11th. And the 11 car finishes 4th. Mark Martin in the 6 car. He finishes 5th. How about this? DW. 2 good races in a row for DW. He finishes in the top 10 at 6th. Sterling Marlin in that 22. Maxwell House Jr. Johnson had 2 cars in the top 10. Talking about the 10 of Derek Cope, nice race for him, finishes 8th. Wally Dallenbach, he finishes 9th. Nice rebound race. After winning a race, he did terrible last race at Martinsville. You want to check that out. Finishing in the top 10, Rusty Wallace in the deuce. And finishing 11th, knocking Alan Kowicki back to that bottom group. A big move for Harry Gant in the points. He finishes 11th. Kenny Schrader in that 25 car is going to finish 12th. And the King almost in the top 10, not quite. His last race here at Martinsville. He finishes 13th. Rick Mass in the 1 car finishes 14th. Dick Trickle in the 8 is going to finish 15th. Brett Bodine in the 26 finishes 16th. Terry Labonte in the 94 car finishes 17th. Not a good race for him. Ted Musgrave in the 55. He finishes 18th. Morgan Shepherd in the 21 finishes 19th. .45 of Bickle. He's going to finish 20th. Michael Waltrip's going to finish 21st. Didn't hear much out of him today. Same thing with Mr. Hensley. Jimmy, he's going to finish 22nd, and that's 66. Bobby Hamilton in the 68 is going to finish 23rd. Like I say, Alan Kowicki had a problem today, and then, like I say, at the end, Harry Gant gets him, knocks him back. Poor Cal Petty, he can't buy a good finish here lately. He finishes 25th. Ernie Irvin, he'll finish 26th. Not a good race for Ernie. And here's another one that's very disappointing. Ricky Rudd, who was up front and fell like a rock at the end, finishes 27th. And the last car is still running. Jimmy Sauter. Randy had 4 cars drop out of the race. I want to thank Mike for stopping by here in North Wilkesboro. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And on your way out of the mountains here in North Wilkesboro, stop by Junior and get you some moonshine and hit the like button and leave a comment. Until next time, y'all take care.